very unjust, unfair, and borders on a dictatorship. He came in and dictated that these people, these Americans, lose their job because over the years and years and years of ambiguity that the federal government has not been as cost effective or as efficient as it should be. And now he's going to try to correct the government woes and balance the budgets on the working man.
What's your podcast?
Talking about black everything. Black everything.
What's up, y'all? We live.
Everything.
Hello.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Everybody, Black Empowerment. This is Black Everything. Y'all know we about Black empowerment, Black people, Black excellence, Black unity. And we back at it again. Everybody know all the guests here because we're not guests. We are all just family. But nonetheless, we're going to get started on our topic today. We're going to be talking about these federal workers that were laid off in the recent...
We're not laid off.
Or well, that's what the news stories say. So, I mean, if it's not true, we're about to unpack it and figure it out.
We about to walk it. Yeah, okay, fine.
You know what I mean? So, the story is... federal workforce reductions have disproportionately, there's many reports out there. So in general, the story is about federal workers being laid off, but we black everything.
Right.
So we only care about the black ones, y'all.
We care about everybody. We're concerned about.
Well, I'm saying we only gonna highlight the black part. You're right. We care about everybody. Much love and prayers to those people that lost their jobs, but we're only going to talk about the black folks.
Excuse me before you go too far. Let's try not to separate. You know, just say all the employees. I'm just suggesting.
It's intentional. It's intentional.
Speech, but I wanted to say that for the audience to know how we feel about everybody.
Well.
We just not racist, okay?
No, that has nothing to do with racism. This is not racism at all, y'all.
It affects us, our economy, and where we are. We already said we know it affects a lot of people, but this podcast is based on a finite thing where we're concerned about how it affects our economy and where we are, and all of the people that the African Americans, these minorities that is affected.
Black everything. Again, this is about black unity, boy. So it's not. It's no disrespect to any other race. And y'all can't find one video anywhere where you see us bashing any other race. This is just simply trying to empower the black race.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Simple as that, y'all. So yes, when it's your shot, I'm gonna let you go ahead and express those feelings, Lynn. But the subject is focusing it on the black workers that lost their job in the federal reduction. We won't call it layoffs, reduction. So, and the reason this is a big story to us is because there's just in general, the federal workforce makes up, you got about 19% of it is blacks. So when that workforce got laid off,
not too affected.
Black people was more heavily affected than any other race. It was something that, besides having a direct effect on our funds and the things that we are able to do economically, and this could cause voids in people's homes,
Right.
You can be looking at displaced children. You can be looking at, people coming from this level and down to the poverty line. I mean, it's a whole lot and then that's going to overflow the FSDC Food Stamp Administration, because now you got all these people under the poverty line. What they gonna do? Apply for food stamps and assistance. And so they're trying to eliminate all these programs, and that's what this federal reduction was. But I personally think it's gonna have a negative effect.
It's gonna have a very large
on black people.
That I'm referring to. It's gonna have a large effect on us because us we have a common middle class. So now a lot of these people that have raised their kids off the kids in school, tons of things. And when we talk about in black empowerment, you know, as a people, we don't invest our money as well as we should to move to the next level or start the generational wealth. So a lot of us that have these jobs and depended on it. Now, imagine what's going to happen to them. You know, they're losing these jobs. Mortgage rates are going to go up. Bills are going to go up. Food, everything's going to go up. And how are they going to handle it? Or you telling everybody, well, I'm going to give you your 401k early and give you this money, and that's supposed to sustain us for life. We all know tons of people now that are struggling that thought that when they retired that they would be able to live off of it. They're living most of them are living just above the poverty line. You got a lot of people that have to take care of a lot of things happening. So it is a major effect for us. As Greg said, 19% of the workforce was African-American.
Well, 19% of the workforce that was laid off was African-American.
Right. That's
not laid off, reduction. Ridiculous. Any rate, so what's your feelings on that, Lynn?
Well, my first feeling on it is that it's straight up scandalous.
Yeah.
We elected this guy, we put him in office, and let me tell you, don't lie, I sure in the hell didn't vote for him. Now, the things that he is doing to the American people, I feel are very unjust, unfair, and borders on a dictatorship. He came in and dictated that these people, these Americans, lose their job because over the years and years and years of ambiguity that the federal government has not been as cost-effective or as efficient as it should be. And now he's going to try to correct the government woes and balance the budgets on the working man. The working man product that he produces in America is very, very low. We don't manufacture enough. We don't make enough. We don't have enough entrepreneurs. We need to focus in on somebody what needs to help the people that got laid off. I don't know what they got planned for them. I have no idea, but unemployment insurance, how long is that going to last? A year at the most? I think that's the most you can get now is a year.
Maybe a year and 6 months.
Oh, okay, year and 6 months. Okay, these people I know are motivated. They're not the type that's going to lay on their butt because they had a job. They got up and went to work every day, so they are motivated and have some integrity. But why do you lose a well-trained workforce because you're going to balance the budget on them? Why don't you generate something in the economy, produce something? Show us a way that we can reduce the federal deficit that's in the trillions.
Yeah, I think this is, so let's call it what it is. This is another Band-Aid where they just gonna throw it over and thinking, okay, this will solve everything. Now, I do want to point out, y'all, we did speak about President Trump, and we at Black Everything try not to focus on Trump. Right. Because in general,
that was my mistake. Okay.
No. Let me explain. We do not support Donald Trump, y'all. So, but the thing is that we don't want the focus of our channel to have anything to do with that group that is adamantly against Trump. We don't care about that. We just care about black people. Right. If you black, that's what we care about. Okay? Nothing else. But I do want to point out, President Trump actually campaigned on this very issue. He wanted to get rid of DEI. Please go check out that video we did on that too, y'all. That was a really good look. So
Conversation.
So now he said he pledged he was gonna surge the government of DEI and return America to merit-based society where people are hired based on their skills. This sounds like some old plantation mentality.
And it does, and that's where he's coming from. That the merit that he's referring to is going to be how much of an American you are in regards to your ethnicity, all of that. The reason it's important for us, we stress empowerment, black empowerment, black empowerment, black empowerment. If you see the consequences of what's happening when you let others control us for their riches, this is what we're getting. All of these very intelligent people that are getting laid off, or they want to call it redacted, basically replaced. Take all that knowledge and start using it among ourselves. We start using it among ourselves. We're going to generate income. We never needed that crap in the first place.
Yeah.
For real. But you know what? Well, one of the consequences, and you got to come up with as my brother always said, A to Z, you got to come up with a plan somewhere in there to change this.
Well, change is what we're looking for. How to get the change is let's stop electing these officials that's doing this, tomfuckery. Because that's what it is. You know, go ahead, man.
No, I was thinking about what y'all said, and I remember it wasn't a restriction, but it was a guideline that we talked about, and I said once before that we need to put these politicians and these elected officials feet to the fire. Let's okay. If they ran on, I'm gonna have clean streets in my town. Okay, let me go over let me go up and down those streets and make sure they're clean. Okay, if you're gonna make sure that you're gonna do something in your town and board up all the abandoned buildings, then make sure that you do that. If you have a program where you're gonna tear down the buildings and make lots and stuff, or tear down those vacant buildings and make what they call community not community forums, but
Those gardens.
yeah, community gardens. Then do something like that. I'm just my opinion is okay. I vote. I vote as often and on everything I can because I think about our forefathers and our forefathers what they had to go through to give us the right to vote. I think it's a crying shame that the black voters or black eligible voters always run around here on national elections and any elections, and we're running at 20% of the registered voters. That's a shame.
You know that
20 or 30% of the registered voters we don't get out and vote.
Well,
that's outrageous.
You just pointed out a huge problem with black folks uniting is that not only do we not even go out as a group and do something that took us 100 years to get the privilege to do, like vote, but we won't do it collectively. Like we won't go get behind us as a race, one candidate or one group or nothing, because everybody is against everybody. Oh, you like this candidate? Well, then I like this candidate. Just because you like him.
Or just because of anything. I know I've got a couple of new subscribers that are business people in this community. They're going to subscribe to us. They're black businesses. As we talk all the time. We have to start supporting them. But in the interim as well, they're going to have to start supporting us as well. This is black mentality. If you say you're a part of that, show it. We'll frequent your businesses, but we want you to also what we're trying to do, because we can't do none of this alone. Our communities or the youngsters now they have no idea. Ask any historian, they probably don't even know who Martin Luther King is.
I think you might be right,
and if they do, it's because it's a holiday.
Yeah,
and they don't know one of the struggles.
And also, I also, since you said that, I want to put this on the record officially. Since there's a Martin Luther King Jr. Day, I propose we have a Malcolm X Day.
That will be one of the places. It's not it could be.
What you?
That's our podcast talking about.
Like everything, like everything, like everything, like everything, like